all hear me, right? So just to get things clear, I'm talking about human networking, not tech networking. So not tech audience, there's no mention of switches or RJ45. Yeah. Okay, so just take you through my presentation. There will be a few bricks that you'll see now and again, and as I said, ones on the tables. Leave them where they are for now. I'll come to those. But we'll just go through my journey from being a noob to networking to being a better networker, and then take you through kind of my tips on kind of where and how to begin networking. I might be preaching to the converted because there's an awful lot of you who are far more experienced than I am, but I hope there's something in here for you. So defining what a network should be, what a good network looks like, benefits of having a strong, wide and deep network, we'll go into that, how to grow your network and maintain it, and then just look back on work. Okay, so set the scene, a little bit about me. Thanks for the bio reader. So yeah, I'm 50 years old, or only 20 in EE years, so I joined in 2003. So that makes me feel a little bit better. So I had my EE birthday last week or the week before. Good time. So I'm father of a teenage daughter. I love working for Lego. I've been there for most of my career. I did leave once, and I saw the error of my ways and came back. So you can see that. As Casey said, I love to run, and I love rum. Don't often get them too mixed up. I'm an introvert. This does not feel comfortable to me, so it's a challenge. I think a few of you might relate to that as well, but I'm not used to public speaking. I do get anxious in crowds, but this is a challenge, and I crave reassurance. So.
You're doing a great job.
You're doing well. But with all of these things, a network can help. So we're all part of this great EE network. But a network is much broader than just this community, and we'll go through that. Yeah. So even helps with age. So this is my career. I couldn't find a boy minifig, so you just have to pretend and use your imagination. So that's me at the bottom there. So I started at Lego 23 years ago, taking German calls in our contact centre in the UK. And didn't know anything about IT, literally nothing. And I stayed there for a while, and then this is my bad time, the dark time, when I left in 2006, and I went to work for the railways. Now, I used to say that you're either a Lego person or you're not. It's exactly the same with the railways. So I found that they speak a different language, or a different breed of people. I don't know if there's anyone here connected to railways, but in the UK, they're just, I'm not one of those people. So I was very uncomfortable there. But what it did give me was, this is when I really kind of stepped up my game on EE. And because I had nothing to do, I was bored at work, they didn't give me anything to do. So I started kind of answering questions on EE, and I got SQL Server Wizard and Guru, I got Outlook Wizard, and off the back of that, small uptick in my networking journey. This is my networking journey, if that's not reason. I got a job as a database developer. I didn't do database development, but I learned a lot of it from while answering questions on EE. And then I got a call back from Lego. So I came back to Lego a year later. And bounded along, and there's a big uptick just here. This is about 2004, about 2010, 2011. And I went to a conference, a little bit like this one, but a lot bigger. It was for SAP. And it was in Nice. And I was the only one traveling from work. And so I knew nobody there, and I was kind of like, okay, well, I had to justify kind of why I was there, and I promised to bring my learnings to the company, but no other ambition than that other than just to kind of experience a conference and get to see the south of France for free. But I made some important connections there, a few of which I'm still kind of maintaining now. One of which was a collaboration with a company that were using a very similar stack to us. I think we were quite unusual in having an SAP contact center stack. Not many people use SAP for contact centers. But this is a company not in the toy industry. They did luxury goods. But I approached them and I kind of found out they were using the same as us. And that's quite intriguing. And we got actually off the back of that some mutual visits. So we went to them, they went to us. Actually, a few people moved companies both ways. Just off the back of that one interaction. So that for me gave me the thought, okay, well, there is something to this networking thing. And then my boss identified, hang on, you're a really good networker, Sham. You can kind of teach us in the team how to be better networkers. Really? I hadn't properly recognised it, but that's that kicked me up to kind of thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to have a main basis. So here we are today, 2023. I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so where do you begin? So I think a lot of us have already begun our careers. We're not starting from scratch, but maybe ask yourself some of these questions. So where are you right now in your career? And not necessarily, networking doesn't just help for a career. You can think of it as your personal life and your family life, whatever you're doing is your hobby. Where are you now? What's your trajectory now versus where you'd actually like to be? If they're kind of going in the same direction, then that's great. If they're kind of running off a bit of a tangent, how do you course correct? What things do you want to acquire, skills acquire, people to know, get to know other things to bring you back on course. You can rate your own networking level, so how good you think you are as a networker getting to know. And this is a crucial one for me. How broad and dependable do you think your current network is? And I'll come on to the both in a second. But conferences like this, and okay, this isn't a large, very diverse group of people, but it gives us an opportunity to practice personal introductions, so make the most of it. So I didn't know anybody here before we came. A few of you knew each other from previous conferences and kind of being a lot more involved than me in the community. But yeah, just practice. So, just some kind of intro questions. So, obviously, my name is and what you do, but your role, I don't know if, I guess this applies to you. My role title is Senior Software Engineer. It does not describe what I do day to day at all. And I think it's probably the same for most of you. So, give an example, make it tangible, make it kind of realistic about kind of explaining what you do. And I've always struggled with kind of finding a good way to kind of relate what I do to other people. So I think I was talking to a few of you last night, and I maybe said, okay, I do contact center technology, which kind of describes what I'm doing now. But yeah, build on that. As I say, I'm not an expert networker. I'm not saying, okay, but have a think about these things, because it matters and it helps to kind of build empathy and trust. So, what should a good network be? And what shouldn't it be? So, a network is essentially a healthy relationship between you and other people. And it's built on trust and reciprocity. That's what we need. Reciprocity. So, it's give and take. The same as like your personal relationships at home. It's always going to be kind of you giving and not just taking, because a one-sided relationship is not really a relationship. it should be an open forum for sharing different perspectives. And this is a really key thing. It should have a diverse range of perspectives. And as diversity brings its own rules. So, be a source of support and inspiration. And yeah, should give you an opportunity for career growth and just inspiration. So it's not a collection of names. So if you recall back to file faxes, you might have a file fax stuffed with names and addresses, business cards collected. It's not that. So, and it shouldn't also be an echo chamber. So going back to something about diversity. It shouldn't just be people who think exactly like you do, because that just kind of reinforces what you're doing now. And don't think of it as what can so and so do for me. So really badly misquoted JFK. Don't ask not what my network can do for me, but what I can do for my network. I don't know if this is a British phrase or a US phrase, but don't pull the ladder up. You all know what that means? No. Okay. So you're climbing up the ladder and you're done, you're at the top, and you pull the ladder up behind you. Nobody else can get to your level. Don't pull the ladder up behind you. Leave it for the next person. Give a hand to the next person. So. Okay. My original slides had nice kind of Lego symbols on here and things to around. Sorry. But benefits of a strong, wide, and deep network. So again, bringing different perspectives and experiences. Draw on people's. So everyone got different experiences in this room, right? And you need to kind of understand where somebody else is at versus related to you. And that will help kind of inform kind of what you're doing. Get fresh ideas from outside of your known zones. So actively seek out differences. So different people, different organisations, different industry areas. Challenge your own way of working and thinking. So this is a challenge for me. I'm challenging myself to kind of do something different. Because the aim for me is personal growth, and that's the aim of a network, is growing yourself, learning more about yourself for the benefit of others. So that's hopefully what I'm doing here today. And then finding alternative pathways for learning and personal development.
Still in your thunder.
Okay. So growing your network. So number one, aim to offer support to your network rather than finding out what I can take from it. That will build trust with your network. So seeing you as somebody who's offering something, your experience, your expertise, your time, whatever it is, that's going to mark you out as someone. Okay, well, they can trust that. So you're offering your help. Be generous with your time. Share your experiences and make it personal. So this is a great opportunity right here with making personal connections. That's why we're all here. But make it so. In the same, let's say in your office. So a conversation with a colleague who you don't really know very well, or you don't work alongside, but you just meet them in the coffee queue or the water cooler. Those conversations happen all the time, and you can often learn something really kind of interesting and new from just hearing from someone new that you didn't know. It's all helpful. And I shouldn't need to say this, but make the most of kind of our internet era. So our platforms like Experts Exchange is a fantastic way to build an online community of experts. But I mean, I myself using LinkedIn an awful lot, maybe a bit too much. But it's all really good for kind of fostering collaboration and finding and building on your network. But above all, it's not, when I've said back, it's not a collection of names. Be true to your purpose. Don't just kind of go kind of collecting, tagging people and finding anyone who you think might just be interesting. Have a purpose behind kind of making a connection and make it a deep and personal connection. How to maintain your network. So making it healthy, it requires effort on your part. So regular communication. So yeah, keep people updated in your network. Maybe write a blog post. Maybe create an article, a post on LinkedIn, share with people, message them. Make a personal connection. So that might be booking a meeting with them or just having a coffee with them. I had a colleague I met through, not a colleague, a contact I made through a mentoring program. And I reached out to her saying I was doing this and said, I really value some advice. Can we have a coffee? And she came over to my office. We had a coffee and a great chat. And so those kind of things, it's all helpful in kind of building up the trust with particular people in your network. Show appreciation for someone who's done a good job, someone who's done shared an article that you found helpful. Let them know. Maybe that's just a like, maybe it's a comment, maybe it's kind of reaching out to them. Okay, well, can you tell me more about that? Yeah, the personal meetings, it's personal COVID aside, we've all hopefully found the value of being physically together with other people. And yeah, offer mentorship. So as I said, I had a lady I met through this mentoring program. It was a program to mentor school girls specifically about how to kind of get them involved in IT, get them interested in IT topics. And that was a great way to kind of like help step up the next generation. But yeah, whatever your kind of experience at, other people can learn from it. Just open that up. And just some stats for you to read. So we like facts, right? We're mostly A people here. But yeah, it's proven a healthy network, and Scott alluded to this as well. It's it has a positive impact on your personal well-being in having a healthy set of relationships. But it definitely helps in career too. So networking success starts with you. Just find out what you're all about. It's a healthy relationship, so keep thinking of that mentality. How to be an effective network, make it broad, make it deep. So diverse range, deep personal connections, not just names. And yeah, just keep the variety going in the connections. Okay, now the duck. Did you know it was supposed to be a duck? So you can open bags now. When they're open, we'll give it a minute to build the duck. So everybody knows what a duck looks like, I hope? No guidance, there's no building instructions for this.
Can we network?
Use whatever to build a duck.
That's a good plan.
No, okay.
See that way, everything set up.
Oh.
10 seconds. Okay, time's up. So, have a look at what you've built. Have a look at what the other people on the tables have built. And as always has already been called out, are they the same? Has everyone built the same duck? There's variety in the ducks. So this is stretching the point a little bit. But some of you at least leverage the network on your tables to kind of, okay, well, what's that person done? How's that one? We've all got different perspectives to. We've all got a different image in our brains. It doesn't necessarily translate to what we do. But it's not wrong. It's just different. That's the end of my birthday. So